first of all, I want to use this medium, right, to call all my rice lovers. Okay, guys, please just gather here. First of all, I want to tell you something, one small thing. Okay, all right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode, guys. I'm so excited, right? Okay, but easy chef right now. I need to maintain steez, yes. So no laughing, okay? Okay, so first of all, guys, I am saying justice for rice and stew. Okay, please let that breathe. Okay, let's allow it breathe. I know the cost of tomato in the market is on the high side right now, but please, okay, watch this video, okay, and you have a lot to learn. You have a lot of recipes to know or take home, okay, and make for yourself and for your family. So guys, watch this to the end, okay, and thank me later. Do you like what you see? If yes, please do not forget to like and share this video, okay? Guys, let me show you how I made this yummy fried rice. So first thing I did, I poured in some water into my pot. Okay, I added curry and turmeric powder. Okay, not too much. So I went in with some goat meat water, that's stock, my seasoning and salt, and some vegetable oil, a little, and my washed basmati rice. So I used 3 cups of basmati rice, which I washed thoroughly, like 3 times. So I added some water now and I covered, bring to a boil. And you guys, I checked, it wasn't soft enough. Added more water and I covered again, guys. So this time I checked, it was 80% ready, and also the rice was still wet. This is exactly what I wanted. So I took it off the heat, brought in another pot, poured in some vegetable oil, guys, and also I want to fry some goat meat, which I've already boiled earlier. Okay, this is a cooked goat meat, so I fried this until it was brown. Okay, thereafter I took it off the oil, yeah, immediately. Okay, so guys, I went in with some neatly diced onion, do not forget. Okay, then my pepper mix. Here I have red chili, some habanero. Okay, that's all I have here. No other thing added. So they were roughly blended. So I quickly stirred that, added my seasonings, and I stirred again to fry. Okay, so at this point I covered for 5 minutes on the medium heat. I thought the water must have dried out, but it wasn't. So I shut it again. I covered until the water was dried out. So I went in with the fried goat meat. I stirred nicely. Sha was now scooping the cooked rice into the sauce. Guys, the thing was tiring. I had to carry the entire pot, pour the rice into it like that. Sharp guys, but if there is sand in your cooking space, please do not do what I just did. Okay, please be reminded of that. Okay, so guys, I quickly mix the rice with my base quickly. Okay, so guys, this is my asu fried rice. Just look at this, guys. I also did something though. I went in with some finely chopped oziza leaves. Yo, guys. So I drizzled in some sesame oil, covered for about 3 minutes. You all just look at this. So I served myself. Yeah, guys. Okay. So, guys, if you like what you see, like I said at the beginning of this video, please do not forget to share. And I'll be seeing you on my next. Bye. You all come with me on a quick trip to the Caribbean. Okay, guys, let me quickly show you how I made this rice. Okay, so first thing you should do is go in with some washed rice, right? Drizzle in some vegetable oil and some salt, please, not too much salt. Okay, then add in some water. All right. Okay, one thing you should know about me is that I like using hot water. Okay, when I want to make meals, yes, I always boil my water before I start cooking. Yes, that's very cool. Okay, so the rice is ready. I took that out from the heat into my pot. I drizzled in some oil to fry some beef and chicken breast. Okay, boneless chicken. So as you can see, guys, there's water. Yes, don't worry, just going with some seasoning. Okay, stir that together, allow it to combine well, right, and let it fry. Okay, so this water, it's going to simmer, like dry out, and this will be your result. Okay, so after that, going with some grated garlic and some habanero and some onion and some zwan. Okay, this is a chicken zwan, right? You can use pork, okay, or anything. So I added some leek, right, and I stirred this. So at this point, going with your dark soy sauce. Okay, after now, I am not going to add any salt to this dish. Okay, why? Because soy sauce has a high sodium. Yes, and in fact, the sodium in soy sauce is higher than the one in salt. Okay, so you adding salt to this dish again after going with soy sauce, oh god, it's gonna be so terrible. Okay, so added some carrots. Okay, and I just quickly stir this gently. Okay, so I checked for taste. Okay, so I can correct, okay, before covering, and it was okay, and I reduced the heat, okay, to the lowest at this point. So I added some red bell, all right, just to beautify it. Okay, you can add in your parsley, add in any aromatic herb of choice. Okay, so our rice is ready. Okay, so guys, you see this rice, you can have it with your plantain, have it with anything of choice. Okay, so I had this with some fried chicken. Okay, guys, you can use any protein of choice, please don't forget that. Okay, and I'll be in the comment section. Welcome back from the Caribbeans. Okay, and I'll be seeing you on my list. Bye. Let me share with you how you can make the perfect Nigerian fried rice. Yes, you heard me. On a budget, of course. Okay, so with just two key ingredients, you can make this at home. Okay, so guys, let's get started. So first thing you should do is you wash your rice. Okay, so I used the Nigerian rice. Yeah, 4 cups of rice and some salt. I washed this rice until the water was no longer cloudy. Okay, so at this point, I poured that into my pot of boiling water. I used the spatula to just turn that around so it doesn't stay in one place. So after boiling this rice till it was like 50% cooked, okay, so I took this rice off the heat to strain the water, okay, and rinse the rice again under a running water. That's a tap. Okay, so at this point I just drizzled in some oil into another pot. I sauteed this onion, okay, until the color starts to fade. Okay, so after that I am using this fried rice spice. Okay, right, so just with my eye gauge I use like 1 tablespoon. Okay, yeah, literally. In fact, I use 1.5 tablespoon. Yes, 1.5 tablespoon. Okay, I'm very correct with that. So I added the rice. Okay, that's the parboiled rice. So I'm going to mix this thoroughly with all my strength. Yes, guys. So after that was done, it was time to go in with my broth. Okay, so I'm using chicken broth for this. Chicken broth has all been seasoned with some turmeric powder, curry powder. Okay, so after that I stirred the rice to make sure they all combine. So I added some salt and one chicken bouillon. Okay, guys, if your broth or your stock is okay, I mean with the taste, you don't need to go in with those things I just added. Okay, so I had to add some salt and stock cube. Okay, so I can do some justice to the taste. Okay, so at this point I added some water. Okay, I stirred and time to cover. After covering, allow that to cook. So it's time to cut our carrots. Okay, so this carrot has already been peeled. Like I used the peeler to take out the first skin. Okay, so it's time to cut it, right? So guys, this is actually for starters. Yes, so if you want to cut or have a very fine carrot cut, right, so you have to cut into a small dice, right? So this is how it's gonna come out, very fine and clean. Okay, just see how this came out, neat and clean. Okay, so I'll set that aside, bring in my green beans. So okay, first of all, for these green beans, the green beans does not have any rule. Okay, you can decide to cut it very long, very big, or anyhow you want to cut it also. Okay, but for me, I think this is the best way to cut your green beans when it comes to fried rice. Okay, so that was done into a pan. I just drizzled in some oil, right? So I added some grated garlic. Okay, I like grated garlic more than the minced garlic. Okay, don't worry, I'll tell you the reason another day. Okay, so after sauteing the onion and the garlic together, it was time to add in the carrot. One thing you should know is that carrot is hard, so it has to go first. Okay, when we want to fry. Okay, so at this point I went in with my yellow habanero, okay, which I've already chopped roughly, right? So I added the green beans. Okay, so I'll mix this together for about 2 minutes. Please don't overcook this. Okay, taking that off the heat, it's time to go back to our rice. The rice was already cooked. Okay, like you all know, this rice I used 3.5 cups to cook this rice. Yes, 4 cups of rice, and it came out like this. Yes, so at this point I added the fried carrots and green beans. Okay, just see how beautiful this is looking, right? Okay, so I wasn't too cool with the amount I added, so I had to just add in everything. Okay, so this was how it came out. You guys, please just let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Okay, you don't need to break the bank. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next. Bye. You guys, let me share with you how you can make some cauliflower rice. Okay, so I made this rice for two while conversing with my kid bro came visiting. Okay, the first thing you should do is you need to rinse your cauliflower, okay, under running water, right? So I've had this in the house for about 2 weeks now. Okay, so it was important I rinse that thoroughly. Okay, so after that I grated that and I set aside. Okay, so into my pan I just drizzled in some sunflower oil, right? And I went in with some grated garlic, which I sauteed before going in with my white onion, right? And now I'm going with three seasoning I picked actually because this is a fried rice dish. Okay, so guys, I went in with chopped habanero, okay, and some bell peppers, right? I'm using the green. Okay, so I seasoned that again, and I added the green peas and sweet corn before going in with the grated cauliflower. Okay, so guys, this recipe I am not adding in any salt. Okay, so I topped it up with a little meat stock, okay, before going in with my already cooked rice. Yes, so I had some leftover white rice at home. Okay, so I had to use that. All right, so at this point I garnished it with some parsley leaves, right, guys? This was really nice. Yes, very nice. Okay, eating rice without salt, very nice. You should try it out. Okay, so at this point I checked for taste if everything was perfect. It was perfect. Okay, so it was time to take it out, okay, and serve, right, guys? Trust me when I said this tasted really nice. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so guys, please do let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Okay, and I will be seeing you on my next. All right, bye, guys. You like what you see, right? Yeah, quickly. Let me show you how you can make one pot concoction coconut rice. Yes, okay. So I have my coconut ready, which I've cracked, okay. And this water, I'm going to set that aside. So while growing up, I was told that when you drink coconut water, you'll be dull in school. Ah, hey, Sha, while growing up, I never tried it. I just had that belief that when you drink coconut water, you'll be dull at school. Wow. Wow, nice. Okay, so after taking that from the shell, it's time for me to take out the skin, the back. Okay, that's the black back. Okay, I used the peeler and I was done with the whole thing. Okay, so at this point, I rinse and cut into small sizes and I blend with some water. Okay, until it's smooth. All right, so while that is blending, I have some basmati. I'm using 3 cups of basmati rice with some salt. I'll just quickly wash this thoroughly. Yes, 4 times. Yes, I always like washing my basmati rice thoroughly, okay, until the water runs clear, like very clear, okay. I'll set that aside, bring my pot, okay, I'll just grease that with some oil. I'm using coconut oil, yes, for this pure coconut oil. Okay, so this point I'll fry some of this mala fish and some bongas. Okay, so after stir frying this, I'm going with some onion. Yes, I'm using the red onion today. Okay, so I'll continue frying this. Okay, then I have my chopped shombo. Okay, and 2 habanero peppers. Okay, so it's time for me to go in with the basmati rice. Yes, so I'm gonna toast. Yes, just toast fry this, okay, without water. Okay, so at this point, it's time for me to season that with some stock cube and some salt. Yeah, so I'll mix that together. So at this point, I'm going with my fish broth. Okay, this is not stock, this is a broth. Okay, like that. For me to top the taste, okay, I added fish seasoning powder, okay, and I covered for 20 minutes, okay. So 20 minutes later, this was how it came out, and it wasn't thoroughly cooked here. So I topped it up again with the coconut extract I had or that I left earlier. Okay, so at this point I'll cover again, okay, for 15 minutes this time. Okay, so 15 minutes later the rice was ready. Yes, like so ready. Okay, so guys, please don't mind the background sound. Okay, I was just having conversation with my brother. Okay, so guys, do let me know if you're trying this out, okay, in the comment section, and I will see you on my next. Bye. Have you tried making jollof rice without tomato before? Like, I mean, no trace of tomato or even tomato paste, right? Okay, so watch this. Let me show you how I made this perfect jollof rice. Okay, so first thing you should do is blend that red chili, that's your shombo, very well. Yes, doing some puree, onion, okay, and some smoked paprika, that's tatashe. Yes, the dried one. Okay, so after that was done, I quickly had to just stand, mix that together and bring that to a boil. Okay, so I'm going to steam this until the water simmers. Okay, so at this point this was done. Yes, so it will be time for me to take this out from the heat. Okay, and set aside. Okay, so brought in the pan, right, drizzled it with some oil. Okay, I'm using sunflower oil. Okay, so I just added some salt and now my washed basmati rice. Guys, this rice was washed like 4 times, okay, until the water runs clear. So I'll toast this rice. Okay, guys, if you can toss your like your rice pan, please do. Okay, so I'll do this until the rice starts to change color, okay, to something brown or golden brown. Okay, so that was done. I took that out from the heat. So into my pot, I just added some vegetable oil now, not sunflower. Okay, so while that is eating, it's time for me to just cut my onion Now I'll fry this onion, okay, for a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna fry this onion. Yes, I'll stir fry it for 1 minute. So after that's done, it's time for me to go on my pepper mix, guys. So after adding all the pepper mix, okay, into the pot, I'll quickly stir, okay, to incorporate everything together, okay. So while doing that, I added some bay leaves and I seasoned that. Added some nutmeg, right? So after that was done, I went in with some clarified stock, okay. So I'm using chicken stock here, right? So I covered that for another 10 minutes. So 10 minutes later, it was already frying. Yeah, so I stirred again, and it's time for me to go in with my rice, my toasted basmati rice, okay. So I stirred that together, mixed that thoroughly, okay. So guys, added some hot water to now cook the rice. After making sure the water is everywhere, right, I'll cover that, okay, for about 20 minutes, okay, on a medium heat. And yes, I checked the rice and this was the outcome, okay. So guys, though it wasn't cooked here, like it was just 80% cooked, okay. So after stirring that together, I just had to boil some oats inside, okay, and I'll go in with some water, right, to now, in fact, cook it to 100%. Okay, so I covered that again. So at this point, guys, you can use your foil paper to just seal it up, okay, so the aroma can stay, okay. But me, I just didn't see need for that, okay, because I was using a cast enameled pot, okay. So at this point, it's time to take out the bay leaves. Please don't forget your bay leaves, okay. You cannot eat them, okay. So at this point, you need to take them out, okay. So rice was ready, it was time to serve, guys. Just see how beautiful this came out, and look how the grains were just standing. Added some nice peppered pond fish, guys. Tasted really nice. Yes, thank you for watching, okay. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this, and I'll be seeing you on my next. Bye. Let's make one pot chicken rice, okay, in 1 minute. All right, so let's begin, okay. So first thing you should do is take out the skin, okay, from the chicken, right, okay. Quickly season them with your favorite seasonings, okay, and marinate them, okay. Let it rest for 2 hours, all right, before frying, okay. So after 2 hours, it's time to fry. So I'll be using sunflower oil, okay. So I fried this not too much, right. Then after frying, like for about 2 minutes, I went in with some chopped onion and scotch bonnet pepper with my washed basmati rice, okay. So I have thoroughly washed this rice. So after toasting that for about a minute, I seasoned again with some salt and my chicken seasonings, and I added paprika puree. Yeah. Okay, so after mixing that together, added some water, stir that a little, and allow that cook. Okay, so about 15 minutes later, this was how it came out, and I checked, I stirred again, and it was time to go in with veggies that was available. Okay guys, so you can use any veggies of choice, okay. So after I was done, 5 minutes later, I checked and the rice was ready. Guys, just see how this came out, okay. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you on my next. Come to Mexico with me on a short trip, okay. So guys, let me show you how Mexicans make one of their rice dishes, okay, that is very delicious, okay. Please make sure you watch this video to the very end, okay, because it has a lot of goodies in it, okay, and believe me, you'll thank me later, okay. So for the red kidney beans, I've already washed that, and I will parboil that for about 20 to 25 minutes, okay. So while that was on the heat, I quickly had to rinse my tomato, pepper, and white onion, okay. Why? Because of not, there is not dirty. It's just the normal thing to be done, okay. So at this point, it's time to chop in the tomato, okay. First, I needed to take this part out, okay, because I don't like this. In fact, I don't like to see this in my food or meal. I don't like this part, okay. guys, speaking of Mexico, okay, they have 68 indigenous languages. How nice! Like, that's so nice. Yes, very nice. And they are from the continent of North America. Yeah, they are the Latin Americans. Yes, okay. And they are more like surrounded with mountains. Like, they have high mountains. And believe me, I would really love to go to that country one day. Okay, I don't know about you, but for me, I think I would like to visit that country one day. Okay. So guys, at this point, I didn't want to blend anything, okay? So I used this method, okay? So if you are in that category of maybe no light, or you don't want to blend, or you don't have a blender, okay, you can just get a strainer, okay? Get your tomato, all right, like your thoroughly chopped tomato, and do this pattern, this method, okay? It's going to come out like this, okay? There you have it, your blended tomato. Okay. So guys, that was done. It was time for me to chop my garlic. Moving forward, let's quickly wash our rice. Okay, so I used basmati rice. Okay, like I always say in my video, I like basmati rice a lot, okay, because of the grains. Okay, so I'm using 2 cups of basmati rice, added some salt, and I washed the rice until the water ran clear. Yeah, that was how I did it. Or that's how I always do. Okay. Forward, the red kidney beans was ready after 20 minutes. Okay, this is not cooked. Okay, I just parboiled this. Number one, to take out the color. Okay, I don't want the rice to change its color. And two, okay, you know it's hard, all right, when it comes to red beans, kidney beans, it's hard. So cooking it with alongside with basmati will be cooked, and this will still not be cooked. Okay, so it was proper. I had to cook that first, okay, before I cook again. All right. So at this point, I fried onion, okay, and garlic in some oil. I used olive oil, okay. So went in with my fresh rosemary, okay. So stir that together, all right, to fry. At this point, after adding the water, I checked for taste and it was time I corrected the seasonings and I covered, okay, and allowed this to cook for about 15 minutes. So I noticed the rice wasn't fully cooked and the red kidney beans. So I topped it up with some water and I covered again for another 10 minutes. So 10 minutes, this was how it came out, okay? And I reduced the heat. Yes, it was time to reduce the heat, okay? I went in with some boiled eggs, okay? That's optional, okay? So now it's time to squeeze in some very fresh lemon juice, okay, into the rice. Yes, we use lemon juice to make this, okay? But if you are not a fan of lemon juice, of lemon at all, okay, you can skip that, all right, and proceed to the next. So at this point, this rice was ready, okay, and I garnished with some parsley leaves, okay. So guys, please do let me know what you think about this in the comment section if you'll be trying this out, okay. Thank you for watching you all, and I'll see you on my next back. So guys, I made vegan rice. Yes, very healthy vegan rice, okay, with cashew nuts, right? Okay, so let's get started. So my pot of boiling water with some salt, went in with my already washed basmati rice, stir that together so it doesn't stay in one place, okay. Cover that and allow that to cook, okay. So here I have my colored peppers. I'm going to quickly wash this thoroughly, okay, and it's time for me to cut that into my preferred size, okay. So guys, at this point that was done. I'll just quickly pack this up and set that aside, okay. So cutting the red bell pepper just like I did with the yellow, okay. So I pack that up and set aside too. So with the onion, I'll just quickly just dice this quickly, okay, and I'll set that aside. So guys, for the pepper, right, scotch bonnet pepper, just quickly mix this, okay, and I'll set it aside. Here I have broccoli. So I've had this broccoli in the house for some time and I decided to use it today because I don't want it to go bad, okay, before it gets bad. Yes, I had to use it. So I poured in hot water and pinch of salt, okay. So at this point I had to, or I want to rather cool it down with room temperature water, okay, because I don't want the broccoli to be hot so it doesn't get cooked, okay. So at this point I drizzled in some olive oil. I'm using the plain olive oil here, okay, not extra virgin, not veggie olive oil, the plain olive oil. I sauteed the grated garlic, onion and pepper, okay, added the cashew nuts, stir that together, okay. And here I'm using fresh rosemary, okay, that's optional by the way. Then I have my dried fruits, mix and stir that together, going with the broccoli and going with some seasoning, okay, to taste, okay. So after that's done, I'll add in my dark soy sauce, okay. But if you have your light soy sauce, you don't have dark, it's fine, okay. Just do well to improve the color a little, okay. So poured in my cooked rice, stir that together, and my color was, in fact the color was already coming out, okay. So added the bell peppers, stir that together. Guys, at this point the heat, okay, has been turned to the lowest. Yes, because I don't want this to cook again, okay, more than it has already been cooked. So to improve the taste I added oyster sauce, okay. Stir that together. I'm going to cover this for 2 minutes, okay, to just warm up a bit. Then I'll just go in with some chopped parsley leaves. Okay, that's optional. If you don't have, it's cool, but it will surely top up the game. Okay, so that was ready, and here is rice. So guys, let me know in the comment section what you think. Okay, and I'll be seeing you on my next. Bye. Make this obstacle Nigerian fried rice with me. Okay, guys, you see this fried rice? You never go wrong with it. Never. So let's begin. Okay, so into that pot of boiling water, going with that washed rice. I mean the thoroughly washed Nigerian rice. Yes, the good one. Okay, so stir that together so they just stay together in one place. All right, cover that and bring to a boil for, now, 5-6 minutes. Okay, that's your parboil time, right? So at this point, this was white, like really white. So I had to strain that, rinse that again under a running water, and I brought back, right? So immediately I was done with that, added salted butter. Okay, this is a salted butter. Okay, and now I poured in some broth. Okay, I'm using chicken broth here. You can use chicken stock or any stock of choice. Okay, so added rosemary, fresh rosemary, bay leaf, and turmeric powder. Okay, poured in some water and stir that together, and I cover that to cook, like for the rice to be cooked. Okay, so after some minutes, this was how it was looking. Okay, so it was time for me to go in with the red kidney beans. Okay, this red kidney beans has been cooked like earlier, which I didn't film. It was like 80% cooked. So while that's still cooking together, it was time to now fry in things I'll be putting in the rice. Okay, so I fried already boiled gizzards. Okay, I'm using turkey gizzards. Okay, stir fried with onion, minced garlic, ginger. Okay, and some sausages. Okay, so after stir frying that, I added my minced habanero and the carrots. Okay, so I'll stir this together quickly before adding in the corn and the peas. Okay, so I'll mix this together. Okay, and guys, this point the heat was like extremely low. Okay, so I took that out, checked the rice, and it was already like cooked. Okay, so I took the bay leaves out and the rosemaries, the ones I could lay my hands eyes on. Okay, so now I was just adding this little by little, bit by bit. Okay, because the pot I was using was a bit small. Okay, the rice was much. This rice, I made this rice for 5%. Okay, so it was time to go in with the cabbage. So I'm using the white cabbage here. Stir together, okay, carefully so it doesn't cover my gas stop. Okay, so at this point it was time to take the rice out from the pot. Okay, and just serve like in a platter. So do let me know in the comment section what you think. Okay, bye. It's me. Okay, using watermelon. Okay, but yeah, let me quickly share with you how I did this. Okay, so this other half I'm going to keep in my fridge, and I'll use that later for something else. Okay, so after washing my hands very clean, I used the ice cream scoop to scoop this out. Okay, and I poured all into a bowl. Right, you see this, I'm going to keep that. Okay, and I'll create a bowl with it later. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to take out the juice from this watermelon. Okay, by using a cheesecloth. Okay, so just like this. So I'll pour that into the bowl. Okay, like this, and I'll squeeze everything out like thoroughly. Like, yes, it's gonna be a thorough squeezing. Just like this. Okay, so guys, yes, you can actually use watermelon, okay, to make jollof rice, but you're not going to use a fiber. All you need is just the juice, like the water, just like this. Okay, so it's going to be like you're using water to cook rice. Yes, that's how it's going to be. So after that, I set that aside, and I have my pepper mix. Okay, tomato, red chili, peppers, and onion. Okay, so I'll quickly clean that. Yes, so as a Niger babe, you know now, it has to be spicy. Yes, of course, not overly spicy. Okay, but yes, it has to have some pepper in it. Okay, yeah, I have my dried paprika. Okay, and after blending that together, poured in a pan. Okay, a wider pan to steam that and take out the water. Okay, until that simmers. So after that, yeah, I have the rice. I'm using the short grain rice here. Okay, you can use basmati, you can use the Nigerian rice. Okay, because don't forget we are making the Nigerian jollof rice. Okay, so my tomato was ready. I took that off the heat and into another pot. Okay, I went in with vegetable oil, white onion. Okay, I'm using the sweet white onion here because of the sweetness it gives. Okay, so I went in with tomato paste. Okay, I sauteed that together, mixed thoroughly. Okay, with the oil, added fresh rosemary, curry powder. Okay, so I stirred that together quickly before adding in the boiled pepper mix. Okay, so I stirred that again. Okay, to incorporate properly, right? So at this point, I went to my favorite seasoning salts. Okay, all purpose chicken seasoning, and I stirred that together. I covered for about 5 minutes and allowed that fry. Okay, so 5 minutes later, the oil was like sitting on top of the mix. Okay, so I went in with my washed rice. I didn't parboil this rice. Okay, so I just went ahead to cook like that. Okay, but yes, it's advisable to parboil your rice before making jollof rice. Yes, but for this, I just have to go like that. Okay, so pouring in the watermelon extra, that's the juice, guys. It was really nice. Okay, so I poured in my chicken broth. Okay, that's the chicken water. Stirred that together and I covered. Okay, and allowed that cook. So after a couple of minutes, this was it. Okay, still moisty, like it's not dried and it's not cooked either. So I topped up with some water again and added bay leaves. Okay, and I'll cover that. And now this is gonna cook, like the water is going to now fully cook the rice. So while doing that, I used foil paper, okay, to seal the lid, okay, of the pot. Okay, so that this foil paper, it's going to sink in all the aroma and everything, okay, that the rice has. Okay, so this is going to make it like, you know, that bottom pot jollof rice, party jollof rice. Okay, so after that, this was it, and it was looking all fine. So it was time for me to check for taste, check if it was fully cooked and everything, all of that. So I checked, it was perfect. So I went in with my butter, I covered again until the butter was fully melted, and this was it. So I stirred to make sure the butter goes round. So while stirring, it was time for me to take out the bay leaves. So I actually counted the bay leaves, and trust me, it was more like an ultimate search kind of bay leaf. Okay, so I searched for that, and that was ready. I made purple hibiscus rice. Yay! So guys, if you like what you're seeing here, please make sure you stick with me till the very end of this video, okay, and know how I made that. Okay, so first thing you should do, you of course you know, okay, wash your rice with some salt, okay, before parboiling it. Okay, so I'm using the short grain rice here. You can actually call this the Nigerian rice. Yes, that's also correct. Okay, so guys, but for me, I call it the short grain rice. Okay, so after straining out the water, I rinsed twice, I brought back the rice, and here I have the purple hibiscus flower. Guys, please, you need to in fact wash this flowers for like 3-4 times because it has a lot of sand. Okay, we all know these leaves as the zobo leaves. Yes, please wash it very thoroughly. I don't say you should excuse it, but make sure you wash because of sand. Okay, so after I season that with some bouillon cube and some salt, guys, the rice has started to change color. Okay, so at this point, it was time for me to take out this purple hibiscus flowers, okay, aka zobo leaves. Okay, guys, so after that I decided to go in with my salted butter, okay, in a clean pan. All right, sauteed garlic, right, that's the minced garlic, onion, okay, some carrots. Guys, you know that carrot is hard, yes, so it has to go first. Yes, when it comes to the veggies, okay, so going with your maize habanero. Okay, I'm using one habanero. You know habanero pepper, that's the acharo. It's hot. Okay, so guys, I added sesame oil, and now I'm going in with the capsicums. That's the bell peppers. Yes. Okay, so I'm using three colors today. That's the green, the yellow, and the red. So guys, please, I garnished with oregano. And guys, yes, when it comes to veggies, please reduce your heat to the lowest. Don't overcook, I beg you. Okay, so after that was done, my rice was in fact 90% ready. At this point it was cooked, yes, soft, cooked, but it was still firm. Okay, yes, not that very very soft kind of rice. So I poured in all my fried veggies. Okay, in fact I used my spatula to make sure I scrape the pan. Yes, nothing was remaining. So at this point, this rice was beginning to make some sense. Yes, it was, in fact, the colors were coming out, the aroma was top notch. So I just drizzled in a little sesame oil, okay, and I covered. Guys, believe me when I say this rice was a banger. Guys, do let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this rice and if you'll be making this at home. Guys, and I will be seeing you on my next, okay? Thank you for watching, guys. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back. Guys, let's make some upgraded concoction rice. Okay, so moving on. First thing I did, first thing I do, I always go in with red oil. Please don't bleach that, okay? Allow that out for a little while. Going with your onion, saute for a minute. Then the red chili, that's your shombo, and maybe one or two scotch bonnet pepper. All right, mix that together and add onion paste, garlic paste, curry powder, and your favorite seasonings. Okay, and salt to taste, don't forget that. Then I have this cooked cow skin bomo. Very nice. So turn that, mix that together quickly and cover for about a minute. So 1 minute later, on the dot, yes, I opened, and here I have my washed rice. So I mixed that together. I washed this rice 3 times with salt under running water because I am not parboiling. We don't parboil this type of rice. This is basmati. Okay, so going with 2 tablespoons of powdered crayfish and 1 tablespoon of broth. Okay, so that's the beef broth. Yes, add water and I'll add this cook. Okay, so the water I'm adding will help the rice cook. All right, so you don't need to parboil. Cover that for another 20-25 minutes and this is what you get. So I will quickly stir that quickly. As you can see, it was still wet, like it wasn't cooked, it wasn't soft, but it was cooked. So I went in with my deboned and clean smoked mackerel, which I did at home. Good. I covered with foil paper and I sealed that up. Like, I don't want any aroma to get out. So after about 15 minutes, I checked and the rice was ready. Yes. So guys, at the stirring at this point, I just added some scent leaves which I chopped and I just drizzled in a little sesame oil. Okay, that's optional. Don't forget. Okay, you don't need to do. It's not compulsory thing for you to add sesame oil. Okay, but that's my thing. So stir that together quickly. At this point, in fact, the heat was turned off. Okay, yes. So I was ready and it was time to serve. At this point, guys, you can bring in any soda drink or any chilled drink or juice you want to have with it. So guys, you like what you see, right? Good. So in the comment section, do let me know what you think about this. If you will trying this out, okay, tell me in the comment section. Thank you for watching and I'll be seeing you on my next. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back. Guys, I made onion rice. Okay, so please make sure you watch this video to the very end and see how that was done. Okay, so into a pot of boiling water, I went in with this rice that I've already washed earlier 3 times with some salt, okay, under running water, right? So I pour that into my pot of boiling water and I'll allow that cook until it's 90% ready. Okay, so I'm using basmati rice. You can use any rice of choice. Okay, so because I don't want this rice to be overly soft, I decided to take it out, strain out the water. Okay, and under running water again, I'll let this rice cool down, right? Because I don't want this to go softer than it already has. Okay, so I'll make sure in fact I let water get to every part of this strainer, okay, so that this rice will cool down. So I was done with that. I let that rest. So I brought back the pot. I drizzled in some plain olive oil, right? And I'll allow that heat up a bit before going in with the onion. You see this onion? In fact, after cutting this onion stayed overnight in my fridge. Yes, because I don't know, something, I was just too lazy to make something that day. So I took it to the next day. So this was it. The next day, onion was still standing. So make sure you saute this and let it, should I say burn? Not burn. Just allow it caramelize. Okay? So when you say caramelize, means you are turning the onion from white to brown. Yeah, so it's gonna look as if it's burnt but not burnt. Okay, please be mindful of that. Okay, so after that I added shallots, dried onion, carrots, sesame oil, and I seasoned with my favorite seasoning. And I went in with chopped pepper. Okay, you can use scotch bonnet or habanero. So after stirring that quickly, I went in with light soy sauce, okay, then oyster, stir that together quickly. Then I have my capsicums and my bell peppers, the red and yellow. Okay, so I'll stir this quickly before going in with the rice, right? So this rice is like, should I say, literally cooked. Like this rice is cooked, yeah, 90% done, right? So the remaining 10%, it's going to be me covering the rice after stirring it like this. Okay, and before I cover, I'll go in with this broth. Yes, this is a chicken broth, okay, that has been in my freezer for about a week, right? And yeah, the rice is ready, 100% cooked. Yes, this is 100% done. So guys, if you like this, okay, please don't forget to share, like, and comment. Okay, so I see all your comments. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so guys, this was ready. I tasted and everything was just on point. My rice was ready. Okay, so time to serve. So I served this with smoked chicken. This chicken thigh has been smoked. Okay, so it was time to enjoy. So guys, thank you for watching, okay? And if you like what you see, don't forget to meet me up in the comment section. Let's have a discussion. Bye. Guys, have you tried making coconut jollof rice before and it's not coming out well? Fine. Watch this video and you know how I made mine, and use this recipe for your jollof rice. Trust me, it's gonna come out really well. Okay, so first of all, these are the things I'll be using. Okay, these are the key things I'll be using: the basmati rice, coconut milk, my tomato base, that's my stew base, and broth. I'm using chicken broth. So moving on, I washed the rice with some salt under running water. I'm not parboiling the rice because I'm using basmati. But if you're using the normal local rice, please make sure to parboil that. Okay, so I fried the gravy. All right, this is a pepper mix that I've already fried in the house. Okay, so I'll fry that quickly, add in my stock cubes and some salt to taste. Stir that together, cover for a while. Then I opened, check. Guys, please, if you have a pot like this, make sure you use something like a carrier to open your pot, okay? Because cast iron enameled pots are very hot, okay? I tried that. Please don't try that at home, okay? So I added my washed rice. I stirred that together with the base, added the broth, right? Stir it together and I'll cover, right? So I covered this for some couple of minutes, and this was how it came out. So I stirred. Guys, trust me, jollof rice must burn, okay? Except you don't want the party jollof kind of taste, right? So I poured in the coconut milk and I covered again and allowed that cook. So I think 15 minutes later, okay, this was it. Please make sure to reduce your heat to a medium low, right? Very important if you want your rice to get cooked. So I added some hot water to now finally cook the rice. Added bay leaf, used a foil pepper to seal that up. So I'll leave this for another 10 minutes, okay, on a low heat this time, all right, to cook the rice. So 10 minutes later, I opened and this was it. The rice was all ready, okay? So guys, you see this part that I'm using my hands to take out these bay leaves, please. Don't try this at home, I beg you. Or else you want to get burnt, and I don't want that for you, okay? And if you are still here after all this minutes, guys, it means you really love me. Thank you so much for always watching my videos. Thank you. I appreciate you, okay? Hey guys, welcome back. You know what? Say no more, okay? Quickly, let me show you how you can make this perfect Indian rice. Without stress now. Guys, you see this one pot chicken masala rice. In fact, make this and you thank me later, okay? You all, have you ever used yogurt, like unsweetened yogurt, to marinate a chicken before? If you haven't before, please, you need to try this, okay? And you thank me later, trust me, okay? So after marinating this chicken perfectly well, then I used some cling film, okay, to seal this up and keep that in my fridge for 3 hours, okay? So 3 hours later, it was time to make this dish, okay? So I added some vegetable oil into my pot and sauteed some onion. So saying that I added some minced garlic, okay? So after I have already mixed the garlic, okay, with the onion, it was time to fry the chicken now, okay? So guys, you might be wondering what kind of frying is this. Don't worry, okay? You won't go wrong with this recipe. Just follow this step, okay? And you thank me later, okay? So guys, after that, I added some highly concentrated tomato paste. But if you don't have this kind of tomato paste, you can use any other tomato paste of choice, okay? So I added some fresh tomato, okay? I've already discarded the seeds, alright? So now it was time to go in with my washed rice, guys. I am going to toast this basmati rice until it's 20% soft, okay? So after mixing that together, I corrected my seasoning and I added some of those dried spices, okay, the masala spices I used, okay, before, and I added some water. Now I'm going to mix this together. Add some chopped scotch bonnet, correct my seasoning with a little salt, okay, stir this together, and now check if the seasonings are all okay and perfect, okay? So at this point, after 15 minutes of cooking, I checked and I added some carrots. Yes, I'm going to stir this together, okay? So after stirring, at this point, I noticed the rice was not too soft, so I added a little more water, okay? Then I covered again for another 5 minutes, okay? Until the rice becomes soft, okay? So I checked and the rice was soft. So at this point, I was happy. Then I garnished with some parsley. Hey guys, you see this? You will thank me later. Just try and make this recipe, okay? And come to the comment section, let's have some discussion, okay? So at this point, I turned off the heat because my rice was ready. Guys, I garnished with another parsley. You all, me garnishing this with another parsley leaves, okay? It's also helping me enhance the flavor of this dish. Yes, guys, okay? So, one thing you should know is that parsley is rich in vitamin C. Yes, you heard me. Okay. So guys, as you can see, one thing about Indians, yes. Please pardon me if I'm wrong. I think Indian has a rich history when it comes to spices. Yes, their combination is wow. Their cuisines top notch. Okay? Thank you for watching.